in your life and business by elevating your thinking and provoking meaningful change from the inside out. Would you subscribe on our YouTube channel? Yes, YouTube channel. Words are hard sometimes to say. Please subscribe. We would so appreciate it. Today, we are going to talk specifically about getting unstuck. And I want to tell you something, and you may not like to hear this. You are not okay how you are. Yes, I know. Half of you are offended. You are not okay how you are. Oftentimes, our society likes to tell us that you are perfect just how you are. Well, guess what? I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. We are not okay just how you are. Now, let me give you the caveat. You are loved exactly how you are. And if you will give me permission, I will say I cannot separate this point from my faith because I believe that you were created by a loving God who uniquely made you. He fearfully and wonderfully created you, and you are loved exactly how you are, with all of your flaws, with all of your failures. You are loved. Even if you never do anything differently, you are loved. And you are not called to stay how you are. Staying stuck is not honoring your value. It's shrinking from it. So we're going to dive into why sometimes we stay stuck in the same place, even when we're maybe dissatisfied with an area of our life. We're going to talk about what's holding us back, and we're going to talk about how we can become more fulfilled in that journey. So you are deeply loved. You are deeply valuable, just how you are, but that doesn't mean you are finished. So imagine if you have a little child and they are not growing. They're 1 year old and they're not growing properly, or they're not developing their speech and their motor skills properly. You're going to take that child to the doctor because you're going to be concerned that something is wrong. Why do we think that by the time we hit 18 or 21, well, we might be done growing physically, although I have come to realize actually it feels like we do continue to grow physically, but that is a whole nother podcast episode. Why would we think we're done growing? Why would we think we have learned everything we need to learn, or we have developed our character and become everything we need to become? Because you are loved, you were also created for growth, and you were created for more. Don't ever fall for the lie that how you are is how you have to stay. How you are, ladies and gentlemen, is not how you have to stay. See, love is not permission to stay small. It is the foundation to grow bold. I'm going to tell you that one more time. Love is not permission to stay small. It is the foundation to grow bold. You don't strive to be more in your life so that you can become loved. You are already loved. You are already loved. You strive to become more because you are loved. So what this episode is not about is never being good enough. That's not what we're talking about here, because remember, you have to have the foundation that you are already loved. Number two, we're not talking about comparing ourselves to anybody else. That's not what about being more is about. And we're not talking about lacking gratitude, because one of the ways that we become more in the growth journey is being grateful for what we are, for who we have around us, for how far we've come, for embracing the gains and not just the gap. So this is not about not being good enough. It's not about comparing ourselves, and it's not about lacking gratitude. Okay, so how can we stay stuck? Why do we look at areas of our life and we're dissatisfied? We might be dissatisfied with something in our health and nutrition. We might be dissatisfied with something in our business. We might be dissatisfied with something in our relationship. And yet so many times we just stay there. We stay stuck. Why is that? I want to give you 4 reasons I believe that we stay stuck. And the first one is fear. And fear can be so deceptive. We oftentimes don't even identify fear for what it is, but fear of failing will always make us avoid the risk of growth. I will tell you, there was a lot of years in my life that I failed very rarely. And it wasn't because I was so amazing. It's because I did very few things that I could ever fail at. I would never try something. I did not try out for basketball in high school because I was afraid I wouldn't make the team. Would I have made the team? I have no idea. Does it matter? I don't know, but I wasn't even willing to take the risk because I was so afraid of failing. Fear of success puts pressure and visibility on us that sometimes we're afraid we're not ready for. There's added layers of responsibility and a pressure when we have success. And we're worried we're going to be an imposter. We're worried we're not ready for that yet. We're worried we don't have what it takes. And so we're afraid of getting unstuck and moving forward because we're afraid of that success. But either way, whether it's a fear of failure or a fear of success or a wacky combination of both, it will paralyze you. It will paralyze you and it will cause you to stay exactly how you are. Number 2, we get very comfortable in the familiar. So even when life isn't great, at least we know what to expect. At least we're not going to be surprised. We're going to be bored. We're going to be upset. We're going to be mad, but at least it's predictable. And so many times we're not willing to make the changes that we need to make because we're just too comfortable with what we know. We're dissatisfied with it. We don't love it. We're not content with it, but at least we know it and we understand it. Growth always brings discomfort. It brings stretching and it brings letting go of what is safe. So many people stay stuck because discomfort feels scarier than dissatisfaction. Friends, don't let that be you. Don't let that be you. The third reason that we stay stuck is false identities and limiting beliefs. Have you ever said, this is just how I am? Maybe even with a certain level of pride. And I'm talking about things that you know cause you to settle for less than your best. Things you're holding on to, things that are not serving you. And you say, you know what? This is just how I am. Maybe I've tried to change in the past and I wasn't successfully able to do it. So this is just how I am. This is the best I'm ever going to be in this area. And you feel defeated and discouraged and you don't want to try again. Or maybe somebody else put a label on you, or you're just always this way, or this is just who you are. And you've accepted other people's labels that don't serve you to your highest potential. Remember, love is not permission to stay the same. It is the foundation to grow bold. So limiting beliefs are going to create these invisible ceilings in our lives. We live small because we think small. All right, so we have fear. That's one reason we stay stuck. Fear of failure, fear of success. We also have comfort in the familiar. We have false identity and limiting beliefs. And then the fourth reason that we stay stuck is a lack of vision and support. Without clarity of who we want to become, we drift. Some of you need to go get a vision for who you can be, a vision for who you can become, a bigger vision for your life. Growth takes intentionality. It doesn't just happen. And here is the kicker. The circle of people around you matters. It matters. Are you surrounding yourself with people who are calling out greatness in you? Because at our core, we often look for permission to stay the same. And so if you surround yourself with people who are giving you permission to stay the same, permission to sit in a label that you've always had, realize it's going to be very hard to get unstuck. If you're surrounding yourself with people that are calling out greatness in you, that are standing up for what the potential that they see in your life, that won't let you settle for excuses, that push you to think bigger, that is going to be a catalyst for you to get unstuck. You need people around you to challenge you, support you, and remind you of your potential. I need that in my life. Are they calling out greatness in you, or are they allowing you to settle? So here's the kicker, though, because the question is, all right, maybe I just don't know, when is enough enough? All of this growth, all of this journey, when is enough enough? You are not okay as you are, not because of you. You are not okay about who you are because the world needs you to be more. This is not about me. This is about mission. This is not about you. This is about mission. So when the mission is about others, the growth should never stop. We're never done with the growth journey of becoming who we are called to be because it's not about us at the end of the day. It's about all of the people that we're going to impact. It's about the lives that we're going to change. It's about the reason that we're here on this earth, which is not just for us. It's to bless and to serve others. So growth is not about self-improvement. It's about preparation for impact. It's not just about becoming the best version of ourselves. It is becoming the best version of ourselves so that we can go out there and make a difference in the world. Fulfillment comes when we grow beyond ourselves and begin to impact others. Sometimes we are stuck because we're only considering the impact it has on us. And we start to realize that us getting unstuck, us getting over fear, us being willing to be uncomfortable, even when it's unknown, all of these things, when we start focusing on other people and the gift that we have to give them and the responsibility that we have to carry by being in this world. Remember, becoming more is not about being selfish. It's about stewardship. So I want to challenge you today. You are not okay how you are. It is time for you to get unstuck. Do not fall for the lie that how you are is how you have to stay. If you're afraid of trying to change and failing, I'm telling you, you can do this. You can change and you can grow. Are you uncomfortable and unsure if discomfort will be worth it? I'm here to tell you, it will be worth it. You will get on the other side of that. Have you accepted a label that you have placed on yourself or maybe somebody else has and you've owned it? But that label is causing you to feel stuck and to feel small? I'm telling you, today is a day to pull off the label. Do you need to craft a vision for who you can become because of the impact that you will get to make in the world? Remember, you are loved exactly how you are. You are loved by a creator who created you exactly how you are, and he called you to be more and to do more. That love is not permission to stay the same. It is the foundation to grow bold. There is more in you, friends, more greatness than you could ever imagine. And there are people out there waiting on the impact that you have to bring to them. So my challenge for you today is, what area of your life have you maybe settled for just being okay? And it's time for you to get unstuck. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for tuning in every week to the Upside Podcast. When you invest in your growth every day, it's going to yield you great returns.